reasons or 10 ways to avoid this recession that we're in, and that's going to get worse next year. Posh Petals is asking, should you do live sales or listings or both? I think it depends on the types of items that you sell and your expected rate of return that you're looking for. If you're okay with less money and you want to turn your items over faster, then I would pick live auctions. If you want to get more of the money, more of the market value, then I would do fixed price listings. If you're looking for the most money, then you could price a little bit above market and wait. So it depends on what your threshold is. But today I want to talk about how to prepare yourself for what feels like to me the slowest sales ever. Not like me personally. I'm just saying from looking at the different sellers online and the different industries and what's going on around us, and the amount of donations that are happening is really high. And when there's a lot of supply and the demand is lower, it just seems like things aren't going to sell for as much money. So I'll give you guys 10 different ideas. So number one is going to be learning new skills. Okay, so learning new skills is going to be number one. So while we're not selling as much stuff right now, it's really time to hone in on different skills: writing, reading, speaking, buying, meeting people. X-Master says he wants a shout out, get better at multitasking so that you can read and also conduct a live at the same time. I am going to a wedding in a few hours, so I'm just dressed for success today. Okay, next is cutting costs, right? So figure out how you can cut costs everywhere in your personal life, time. I think that a simple life really goes a long way here because things compound as you grow. So if you're writing a handwritten thank you note to every single customer, that's cool in the beginning, but after a while, it's really difficult to keep up with that cost of the time to write it, the extra paper. Then, when you're selling 30, 40, 50 items a day, it's really difficult to get all those thank you cards out, and it's an extra cost. So think about cutting costs everywhere. That's really important right now. Cash is king, so the more cash you have, the better you can do. I think so. This is all I can afford, so no flat screen for me. You got it. So next is gonna be picking up extra jobs. So you guys might think I'm here for a wedding, but really I'm here for a job interview at eBay. Just kidding. That wouldn't that be something if I got suspended at eBay but ended up working for their customer service here in Draper? That would be wild, right? First job at eBay, sold on eBay, got suspended on eBay. Last job, current job on eBay, that would be crazy. But no, I'm not applying for a job here, but I do think you should pick up extra work, extra shifts, and I don't think you should diversify your income. I think that is always the worst advice. I wish that someone had told me that instead of cross-listing, I just put all the effort into one, then it would have totally changed my life earlier, okay? Because I was doing between $40,000 and $60,000 a month when I was Poshmark, eBay, Mercari. And when I switched to eBay, it only took like a couple months to go over $100,000 a month on eBay. And it was easier, no stress, never on my phone, one process, and it was much better. So, and being able to focus on one platform, when I got suspended, I could just move my focus somewhere else. So I think you actually do not diversify your income. You can add an income, that's different. So if you're selling on eBay and Poshmark, you might think that you're adding on Poshmark, but you're not. You're just splitting your attention onto two platforms instead of one. So if you lose 50% of your income, you still have 50% of your income. But if you're 100% all in, you get suspended and you just turn your attention somewhere else, you make a lot more. You have two eBay stores, one is 90-day turnover and one is sit and wait. I would definitely combine them because managing two stores sucks. You have a bunch of old thank you stickers that you use. Yeah, you can use whatever supplies you have. I'm just saying maybe don't buy those in the future to save money, and focus on getting good items to your customers, and they're not gonna dock you for having a thank you sticker or not. That's not gonna affect the purchase price. Okay, so pick up an extra job, pick up an extra shift, pick up some extra hours. Next is going to be build up your savings. So, I mean, this is difficult, but like, I think it's important to think about that, even if you don't have any extra money. Think about what it would be like to put aside a little bit of money each time to build that habit. And if you can do it now while sales are slow, when sales pick up, it's going to be a lot faster. But get rid of all these subscriptions like List Perfectly, Vendu, any other company that charges you monthly for something you can do yourself. I don't think you can afford it. I look at people who list on 3 or 4 platforms and they're making like $2,000 a month. If you're making $2,000 a month, you're spending like $100 in subscriptions. That's a lot. Like spending like 5% of your money on something that you can do yourself faster. Having to go back and forth and end and relist, and I'm glad I don't do that anymore. Super glad I don't do that anymore. Okay, next is maybe delay a big purchase. Do you guys have that right now? Are you saving up for a car, house, boat, Rolex? Are you saving up for that big purchase because maybe it's a good time to hold off on that? You manage multiple stores to save money by having free listings. That's silly because the amount of time you waste switching from one store to the other is not worth the 10 cents. That's like stepping over tens of dollars to save pennies. That's really silly. That's really dumb. That's like waiting in line for an hour at Costco to get gas, right? You could just go at a time when it's not as busy, or like, that is really silly. Please do not do that. Do not cycle multiple stores to save on insertion fees. That's so silly. That's like, it only costs 10 to 25 cents per item. I would never do that. Such a waste of time. So anyway, you don't want to do things that save you 10 cents. You want to do things that earn you tens of dollars. Don't follow that person's advice. I appreciate the comment, but please don't do that. Managing the extra store is a huge time waster. And if you get a defect on any of those stores and it falls below standard, you end up paying more in fees because you're below standard. So it's very difficult to chase 2 different things. So I would just recommend one store. Next is Cash is King. Right now, you guys are gonna have a good opportunity to buy stuff cheaper. I have noticed way more deals recently for buyouts. Way more people are going out of business. So I just recommend you do that. Oh, thank you, Don. Yeah, it's hard to read on my phone, but I just don't want people to divide their attention. For the love of God, please look at the squirrel version of me and don't do that. Yeah, if you just focus and do what you're supposed to do, you will not have to go through the pain that I went through for many years to figure it out. That's why I'm making this channel, because I want you guys to not follow the same thing as me. Also, I'm in Utah, so loving it out here. You're loving less competition in your area right now. I can see that as well. Vendu is $24 and you make more money listing on Poshmark and Mercari. No, you do not. Oh, actually, okay. Read the whole comment. If you have brand new items in multiple quantity, I guess you could do that. But how many items do you have, right? Where, like, if you had 10 items that were exactly the same, I have seen people list up to 16 different platforms, and it makes no difference. They have unlimited quantity of those 16 items, and they're the only people selling them. So in that scenario, it makes sense to me. But if you are listing the same brand new pair of shoes on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, you just spent 3 times as much work as you needed to, because a good pair of shoes would have sold on any of those platforms. I know what, I'm not opposed to wearing a suit. If it makes people take me more seriously, let's go for it. But I'm one of those people that's way dumber than they look. It's not good, guys. You guys want the opposite effect where people think you're a moron, but you know everything. But for me personally, I look like I know what I'm talking about, but when you uncover it, a lot of it is me pontificating. So I'm changing. I don't want to pontificate as much. I want to execute more. You sell digital items across multiple platforms because they're unlimited. That's a good idea. Digital products have a great margin. A little bit more work up front, a little more payoff on the back. What percentage sales increase is good year over year? I was just looking at this. Some of the categories that I sell in, I'm up thousands of percent every year because I just started, right? Other things that I sell, I've been selling for a long time and I'm up 1% or 2%, but they're already bigger. So I don't know the answer to that question. What do you guys think? It's hard because it depends on when you're starting. When you just start, all of your percentages are up a lot. I would say like any progress is good progress, but once you are making a full-time living, maybe 10% would be excellent. Right? Oh wait, let me see if this makes it look better. Hey, the lighting is better. Check it out. Yeah, I think 10% is pretty good. So we're doing live Q&A, guys. I will do my best to read the comment the best I can, but I'm filming on my phone right now. And let me know if the audio is okay, but I'd like to do some Q&A, answer some questions, see what people are up to this weekend. Let me know what you guys do to cure insomnia. Two things. How do you cure insomnia? Question number one. Number two, what do you want to do before you die? Anything? I have those questions for you. I would like to sleep better, and I want to make a bucket list of things I want to do. Bucket list of things I want to do, things I want to see. You'd buy a car from this guy? I know, right? Can I buy a Patreon as a gift for a family member? Sure can. Justin, thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate you. You want to travel the world with your son? That's cool. Have you traveled with your son before? That's an awesome goal. Stand up again and give a full... Yo, this is not my OnlyFans. I didn't even get $1 in super chat with my clothes on. So that's a good indicator that with my clothes off, I would not be making enough to justify this stream. He's 22 now. Yeah, you definitely want to travel as much as you can, hopefully earlier in your life so it can translate. Have I tried Amazon FBA? I currently have 60 items at Amazon FBA. Insomnia, wash hands and face in warm water. Turn down the heat once in bed. Okay. Don't eat for 3 hours before bed. And you want to live in Italy? Italy is great. I loved Italy so much. I went to a wedding in Tuscany. I've been going to weddings like crazy. Everyone's getting married. And I was driving in Tuscany. That was like the best thing ever. It was so cool. You want to visit every state? That's cool. I have a video of that. There's a video of me. I do the customer service customer service, pick, pack, ship. It takes me 41 minutes to do my store. 41 minutes, start to finish for 10. And that's what, I also got interrupted 3 times. Mom teacher lessons wants to make 6 figures, that's awesome. The posh pedal, I'm gonna do that, not eat for 3 hours. Focus on waking up consistently at the same time. I have that part already. You wanna be financially free. What is financially free for you guys? Is it 1 million, 100,000? I think I could be financially free at 700K, but I would have to move out of California. So, James, thank you for that. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like button. Run my suit on whatnot after the wedding, maybe. In Canada, you use CBD. You're 1 full year selling online and my videos have helped you. I love it. James, thank you for joining. Come to Nashville. I think I would like Nashville. You know what? Natural light makes me look less tired. Visit the USA states. So would you guys want to drive in an RV and go state to state, or would you want to stay at a hotel? V. Branson. I tried that. I tried that 2 days ago, and I was really tired. I went to bed. I stayed up a whole night, and then I went to bed at 7 o'clock, and I woke up at 2 o'clock, and I'm back in this insomnia thing, man. I can't get over it. I usually don't have insomnia, but this year has been, not this year, this last 2 months I've had insomnia. Not yet, DDD. Financially free is 500K, but you'd prefer 750. How do you determine whether it's better to sell for less on Whatnot or sell slower on eBay? So, Crystal, that's a good question. Um, I would say that it depends on how much money you have and how much space you have and how much help you have. So, as an example, if you want to list 10 items a day and that's it, then I would say eBay only, because 10 items is not a lot and you want to get as much money as possible and you make as much money as you can on eBay. It depends on how much space you have because the listing is similar. On Whatnot, you have more shipping because most of the items sell. On eBay, you'll list items that don't sell, right? So if you had unlimited space, unlimited money, you would go eBay, right? With limited space and limited money, you would consider a faster pace item. Wow, there's a lot of questions now. Okay. You live in a camper traveling with your husband's work with 3 kids. Wow, so that's a camper life with 3 kids, and they sell on eBay full time. That's a lot. I love it. I would wonder like what kind of items you sell in order to justify that. Jamie wants to do RV and occasionally hotel. I want to do hotel the entire time. I think I've been the most U.S. states, but I don't have any interest in doing it in van life. Gas is too expensive. Parking is inconvenient. And it's just not as comfortable. Like a hotel room is 1,000 times more comfortable. So I would prefer to drive a normal car. Dancing is fun. CBD worked. I don't still want to get addicted to anything. Stress is bad for insomnia. Yep, that's true. How do I fight the repetitive nature of postings? That's never been an issue for me. I like repetition. For me personally, it's good for me. I get in trouble when things are not the same. So as an example, did you guys watch my baby video a few days ago? I made that video 1 year after I made the last eBay video. The last baby video, and I've kept the same routine for an entire year. Like, I always put the baby away the same way. Insomnia, read a book. That's interesting. Ooh, Crystal, I've never tried the same podcast. Okay. I'm gonna really hammer down my nighttime routine. Robin, thank you. You only need to make $250 a week. I would aim at $1,000 a week to do that. Should I source things that are valued at that total or more? Way more. My bills, I need $300 a day, so I want to make at least $3,000 a day. Best places to source is in the group, in the zip code call. So patreon.com/the Resellers podcast. Go to text section and look up the zip code call. It's also in our white papers. Vintage, what's up? You said I nailed it when I said that time management. Time management is huge. How many here are good at time management? Thumbs up, good at time management. Thumbs down, bad time management. Time management is 80% of reselling. Oh no, what happened? Oh, here we go. Read the Bible for insomnia. Listen to an audiobook. Try some acupuncture. Interesting. I've never tried acupuncture. Who here has tried acupuncture? Give me a sword emoji. Give me a sword emoji if you've tried acupuncture and let me know if it's good or not. Kind of scares me. Acupuncture terrifies me. Let's see. You put on conspiracy theory videos when you go to sleep? Hell no. I would never fall asleep. Yes, gotta listen to something I'm familiar with. That's a huge... Thank you, Crystal, for pointing out maybe why I can't sleep. Always listening to something different. You're an acupuncturist? Acupuncturist? Wow. That's intense. You're new to reseller Nirvana. This is your second time reselling. Nice. Thank you. You use alarms on your phone to get everything done before the alarm. I like that. So guys, I have a question. What if I took ADHD medication? What do you think would happen? Because like, I'm definitely, if you look at the list of what ADHD is, I have that. I just don't like medication. I don't even take aspirin. So I don't take any medications. I don't want to get addicted to anything. But if I were to look at ADHD, it's like me to a T. But I don't do it. I don't do it. I had plantar fasciitis, or my brother thought I had plantar fasciitis, but I thought I had gout. And when I went to the doctor said that I had gout, and he said it was very unusual. He said it was because I was dehydrated. Because he's like, you're not supposed to have gout. I think that you're dehydrated, so drink more water. You should not get gout. So that day was like, I was eating these beef jerky sticks. So I got these beef jerky sticks. I was eating those the day that I got it. And I don't think I was drinking enough water. And then that night I had it. So I don't know. That was very odd. ADHD meds can cause insomnia. If that's actually true, then I will not take those, ever. If I've managed my entire life, no need to slow down. Let's see. You're getting better at time management. You have too much time because you're retired. Yeah. Don't you want to do more retirement things? I can't wait for retirement. I do take the meds and it makes sleeping harder. Yeah, pass on that. I need to make sleeping easier. ADHD drugs treat symptoms, not the problems. I'm not gonna take melatonin because I think it's really addictive. Thank you for suggesting that though. A lot of people say melatonin, but I'm just afraid of it. Cupping, moxa, that's cool. Try magnesium. I have been eating a banana for the magnesium. Thank you, I'll try that again. Ulysses Castillo, you're welcome. Let's see. You have to space out ADHD medication like caffeine. Interesting. Adderall is meth. I've tried Adderall one time and it was like, I think I read like a whole textbook and I didn't retain anything. So like, that is terrible. That's like, would mean like I'm hyperactive, but then I don't learn anything. So I don't know if that's the experience with other people, but I did not like that. That like lots of energy, but not productive. I don't think so. I think that would be very bad for me. Let's see. The medication would allow me to focus and not have anxiety as far as the task you have to complete. Interesting. So it's improved Raul's life. ADHD is part of my success. I've learned to control it. Lots of side effects with meds. Try yoga. Okay. I will try yoga. I think that might help a lot, honestly. Probably need a bowel detox. So how do I do that? How do I get a bowel detox? Medication and guided meditation. Guided meditation, I'm not opposed to. Machava or mud water. I don't know if the White House has said that we're in a recession or not, but this is just from me looking at all the sales of all the people that I know. And me personally, things that I used to sell for $30 are barely getting like $12. So I just feel like there's less demand right now and more people. So recession means two things: more supply and less demand. I feel a little bit of both. Cherry gold. All right. Cherry gold. Do a lot of retirement things this past year slowed you down, like traveling. What's my opinion of DVD reselling? Sourced for $1 and resold for $5.99. Makes sense, just have to do a lot of volume. Oh my God, Pascal wants me to get a sleep coach. Let's do it. That's probably an excellent idea, my God. They have those in my area, sleep coach. Crystal, have a good one. Write down a list of things to do tomorrow. I already journal pretty religiously. I got a good journaling process. Reminding me, I need to send out a couple of checks today. Gotta get those checks out. The bills come every day. Have you guys heard that saying before? The bills come every day. 4K Blu-rays have great resale value. They do indeed. Do they call you at night and whisper till I fall asleep? No. I wish I wasn't a light sleeper too. I'm a light sleeper on top of everything else. Turn off electronics, stretch, and dim lights, okay? I stretch like crazy every single night. Do I write poetry? I used to write poetry when I was a romantic in high school, but now I am soulless, so I don't do that anymore. Right? Player one, there are a lot of doctors in the chat, right? Oh, that's such a great question. Raven is saying, if you have some money, should you just go crazy and bulk your store up? Please do not do that. I did that, and it was such a nightmare fixing my store. Do not do that. Just take your time. Do not have a big store of random crap that will not sell. Do not do that. Yeah, I used to have a soul, no longer. I'm dead inside from all these lowball offers. Each time you get a lowball offer, a piece of your soul dies. And I've been doing this for a long time. I've got thousands, tens of thousands of offers at this point, maybe millions of offers at this point. Try hard workouts. Okay. These are great ideas. Thank you, guys. I like this a lot. Like Raven, when you have a big store because you're in a hurry and you pump a whole bunch of stuff in, a whole bunch of it won't sell. You have to go back in it and fix it. But if you take your time and just list at your normal pace and make sure every single listing is solid, then you'll never grow too fast, because you can only grow at the pace sort of that your items are selling at. There's ear acupressure needles. Scary. Do not buy liquidation unless you're selling 30 items a day or more. Liquidation is advanced. Yeah, Raven, I just don't recommend that. I recommend not using any of your own money. Only use your profit to grow your business. Do not leave the money in your own pocket. Try stress meditation. Oh, stress meditation. I don't know what stress meditation is, but I would do it. Sorry for all the typos. You're all good. I'm in the hotel room. Let's see. Just responding to lowball offers at least shows you're active with your store. Responding to lowball offers is totally cool. I'm just saying that each time you do that, a part of your soul dies and a kitten is slapped. So somewhere there's a baby kitten that's very cute that gets slapped across the face every time somebody lowball offers. So it's very unfortunate. I am in Utah right now getting ready for a wedding. Ooh, Rhiannon, I'm on it. I'm on it. Hit workout. Let's see. A well-favored thing. You've had problems your entire life. You took meds to sleep for years. You now sleep naked with no electronics, dim lights, and balanced energy with the doors closed. I have a toddler, so I can't really do that. Headphones are interesting. Does anybody sleep with AirPods? That seems like it would be uncomfortable. Yeah, no meds anymore is good. Yeah, our room is about 60, 68, 69 degrees. It's completely dark. I wouldn't worry about them. There are a lot of rude people on everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Usually a rude comment is from rude comments come from a place of lack. Okay, dumb question. If I started selling a product at a high rate, same product, is there a strategy to build sales? Yes. So Silver Bushman, you ready? The secret when you're getting really, really good sales is to lower your price and get all the sales. It's so counterintuitive, but that from my experience, if you get greedy when it starts selling well, what happens is, so let's say you're selling 10 items a day, and then you get greedy and you increase the price of it, you'll dip down to like 7, 6 sales a day, and the algorithm will be like, okay, something's happening here. The listing is not as good of a value to the customer. They'll slow down the traffic, and you'll go from like 10 to like 2 listings a day. I do the opposite now. When I have something that's on fire at 10, I'll lower it. Instead of increasing it, I'll lower it, and it'll sell out. So that's what I've been doing recently, and it's been much better. 30-minute in the sauna sounds great. I'm gonna go to the sauna. I wonder if they have one here. You need a Grumpy Cat plush? I love it. Anybody here in Utah? Where should I go? Let me see it. I want to go buy a tie, and I want to go buy a tie. Not for me. I need to go buy a tie, and I'm in Sandy. Resell Kings, what's up? You had the same sleeping problem, so you got a headband with a Bluetooth flat earphones and play meditation. Interesting. But yeah, so Silver, when I went to Costco, on the first day the temperature went down, they lowered the price of heaters. So it got cold, everyone rushed to get a heater, they lowered the price that day. So everyone that was thinking about buying a heater, everyone bought a heater. So I think that's what's up. Read the Bible before midnight, okay? Why is that? When lowering cost on a promoted listing, is there a certain percentage of simultaneously cost reduction you would recommend? I think that eBay does not like you decreasing promoted listings rates. So I would do the opposite. I would start at 2% and see if it works, and then slowly increase it if it works. That's what I would do. I would not reduce it because I feel like you're telling the algorithm that you don't need them anymore, and so if you don't need them anymore, they don't need you anymore. They'll give the juju to somebody else. It's not snowing here, but there's a lot of snow here. Let me see. Do you guys want to see how beautiful Utah is? Check this out. Can you guys see? Those are the Rocky Mountains. It's very pretty. I don't know if you guys could see that. Utah's nice. It's not currently snowing, but there's tons of snow here. Okay, here we go. You ready? Pascal is saying, I'll spend $100 to make 10. Okay. Personally, if I don't have to do any work, I will spend 100 to make 10 all day. It's enough margin for me. Like, I will spend 1,000 to make 100, no problem. If I have to list it, recondition it, if it's pre-owned, that's not enough profit. But a brand new item that I don't need to do anything, I would definitely spend 100 to sell for 10. It's definitely fine. As an example, the Fitbit, right? The Fitbit sells for like 130 to 150 all day. I would max out my credit card right now if I could spend $1 million on these right now and sell all of them before Christmas for 130 to 150. I would make $10 per sale, but it's fine. I would even have a lot of returns and I would still do it. One listing. You're learning to charge shipping. You were doing free ship with shipping built-in price, not working. Changed it in more action for sure. I always recommend charging for shipping. Trina says reduce it and it was a problem. Jeffrey, I think I missed your, you said you have high volume listings already with very successful 20% plus promoter rates. Okay, okay. This is interesting. Let's say that you have a replenishable listing and you pay a very high rate, like 50% promoted listings to get the rank, right? You're selling a bunch of them. I've seen a couple of things happen with that. I've seen people with build the ranking up, turn promoted listings off, right? Keep all the margin. I've also seen people do the opposite and they're greedy and they want all the sales. So their listing gets recommended in the middle of list. When you increase your promoted listings, you get recommended in search and they'll recommend your listing on other listings. So I don't necessarily think you should lower your promoted listings rate because you might be getting more sales from listings that are not related to search. But it's up to you. Personally, I think that try not to reduce promoted listings rates. The replenishables listing, though, like you're saying, is a exception to the rule to some degree. What do I, what not, and what items do I list? So it depends on how much time you have. On Whatnot, to give you guys an idea of my potential volume, I can sell up to 3,000 items a day. I can't do that on eBay because I don't know how to do that. The maximum items I could sell on eBay safely, to be honest, by myself is probably 20. Like, all that I know on eBay, I can humbly say that by myself, I would be most comfortable the listing go around 20. Like, for sure I can get it done no matter what. If there was all kinds of situations that happen, I could get 20 done no matter what. So you have to balance that with how many items you can list on Whatnot. Whatnot by myself, I can easily do 100 a day and never miss because I have the skills to do that. So it depends on how many total items you can list. If you can only list 10 or 20 items, eBay all day. The best advice you got was meditation and then gathering all the problems you think about. I need that. You have 3 Fitbits, but you're missing the chargers. Nice. When should you put long listed items at 50% off? It depends on your category. So Linda, some items you want to wait a full year before discounting. Some items you want to discount immediately. It depends on the category. So as an example, if you're selling a Fitbit, right? It doesn't make sense to discount it at all because it will sell before Christmas, right? We're right in the season. But it depends on what you're selling and the market. Some items you need to mark down 90% to get them to move. It just depends. Some items you should wait. If you have something promoted on eBay, then remove it. Are you charging an extra fee? No, but the promoted listing cookie lasts 30 days. So if somebody clicks on it now and buys it in 29 days, you still get charged promoted listings rate even if you turn it off now. I recommend lowering the price, not doing a huge percent off sale, personally, because it takes a long time to manage sales, and most people don't have time to do that. Some of us ask questions all day and never take action. But I think I know why. I think people don't understand how much time it takes to make a change. Timothy, thank you. Time and energy. So when you want to make a change, you've got to put in like this huge amount of effort to make a change. And that's so difficult that most people don't do it. They kind of just think, I'll just change my listing goal to more tomorrow without considering how much effort it takes. You do 300 a week and whatnot. So here's the example. Let's say you had 3,000 items in your store, eBay store, and you're listing 300 and selling 300 at $30 each. Let's say $15 profit, right? If you're going that route, that's $4,500 a week profit. If on Whatnot, it's not requiring a 3,000 item store, you're selling those 300 at, let's say, $10 profit. I would rather have $3,000 today than $4,500 over the course of 3-4 months for the items to sell on Poshmark. I'm sorry, Poshmark or eBay. So it depends on your time threshold. Have a good one. I will have fun at the wedding. When I use the discount race to the bottom sales strategy and you receive a lot of traffic, I personally try not to use the markdown. I try to just mark it down, but you'll get a boost in traffic anytime you lower the price, just in general. And the traffic will usually level out after that boost. So what happens is you make an improvement to the listing, eBay will slowly give you more traffic, right? Slowly give you a little bit more. But if it doesn't convert, they'll drop it back down. So then it sucks because you're not getting a lot of traffic and you lowered your price. So that sucks. Thank you, Oliver. Oliver, what kind of new shoes are you gonna get? I saw you on Strava. I'm gonna get back on Strava because I'm having difficulty sleeping, so I think the only answer is hill sprints. I gotta do hill sprints every day so that I'm so tired I just pass out. So I can't think of any other solution. I've tried everything except for hard workouts. Oh, there's a place called Taiwan On. Thank you. How would I balance doing both live sales and regular selling? It's hard. I think they're two separate businesses. If you're asking me to be truthful and frank, I don't think you should do both. It's just a lot. It's just so much that goes into each of them. So before I got suspended on eBay, I had different teams. So it's just so different. If you corner the market, you can do whatever you want. But in theory, since it can't be made again, you want to price it as high as the market will yield and leave it there. Do I think it's more important to be promoting items at the time of the year? No. I think you should promote items to the like I have a promoted listings video. Start at 2%, see if it works, increase it to 3%, see if it works. Don't spend too much time on it. You need to spend more time putting items in your store. How much would I pay a family member to photograph items? I would never hire a family. Because like if they get lazy or they don't want to do it, then it sucks firing a family member. They're always gonna want special treatment. Hell no, I don't want to pay a family member. If I were to pay a family member, I would pay them the same as a stranger, which is about 25 to 50% above minimum wage. So I want to always pay way more. Ask for the sales. Sales stop for you completely. So watch my video Reseller Masterclass number 3 if you don't know why your sales are slow. If you don't know why your sales are slow, then you don't understand how eBay works. So go back to that video, Reseller Masterclass number 3. It was last Sunday. It will explain to you why your sales are slow. So the second part of that, the first one is like goes over time management. The second part of the video goes over how eBay works. So once you watch that video, you'll know exactly why your sales were slow, and you'll never have to wonder again. You'll know, oh, it's because I didn't do these 8 things of the 90 things I'm supposed to do to make sure sales are never slow. People do like one thing. Oh, Chris, I did what you told me to do. I listed every day. My sales are horrible. And it's like, I I said like a million things and you did one of them. Let's see. If I had to choose Live or eBay, bruh. I'm not on eBay now. And I'm doing okay. Let's see. Do you know if changing photos, titles, or description has an effect on a replenishment listing? It does, because when you change the picture or the title, it changes the click-through rate. Does that make sense, guys? If you change the title and you change the photos and you change the anything that you change on the listing will affect how people perceive the item, and it's going to affect if they click on it, if they don't click on it, if they buy it, if they don't buy it, if they scroll by it, don't scroll by it, and all of those things are calculated. You've learned your store has the best at 8% promoted. See, that's good to know. I would start at 2 and work your way up. And so how Devin could kind of test this is, let's say that Devin was testing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he feels like he's getting most of the sales. They can just stop, because at a certain point when you promote more, you don't get more sales, and it's your job to figure out what that number is. Resell King says the holidays have slowed down a bit, but it'll come back if you tweak. I agree. What do I think about relisting old listings? Robert, people in our group have been testing this for over a year now. When you delist, relist, or improve, list again, you only get about 20% of the traffic as a brand new listing, totally new photos. Because eBay already knows that listing sucks, so they don't give you the full attention. I'm not saying it doesn't sell at all, but it will sell less than a fresh listing. Oh, do I like live sales more or eBay? I don't know. I have more sales background, so live selling is easier for me. But I think I slept better when I had eBay. So when I had eBay and a newborn, I slept better than Whatnot. Whatnot's like messing up my sleep. Wow, there's a lot of questions. Thanks, guys. Everybody smash the like button. How to fix a seller defect? You can't. It takes 3 to 6 months. When do you know it's time to upgrade your store subscription? I think it's around 625 listings, like in that range. The 1600? I can't remember. It's when the amount of insertion fees is greater than the store subscription cost. You can Google what store subscription should I get, and eBay has a calculator for you. Heather, so we no longer do store reviews because it's too much to try to do. What we do now is listing reviews. So what I would do is post it and post the listing in the group, and we'll check it out. You have good sales on Poshmark and Depop. Would I recommend sticking to one that has the most? Yes. You could list different items on the 2 different platforms, but not the same items, because then you're doubling up on the same item that only can sell once. So you're listing items that won't sell. Does that make sense, guys? If you list on platform A and platform B the same item, and platform A sells, you have to now remove platform B, which will not sell because they're already sold once. So you're wasting time ending items that are already live. How often do I take a best offer on my listings or send out an offer? I did offer to watcher at least twice a day, and I accept best offer on, when I was on eBay, 75% of the time. Have I thought of keeping inventory inside stationary vans to save on storage? It's not cheaper. So the space in a building is cheaper than the space inside a car. I have thought about that. Like, should I just get a gigantic full length Sprinter and store my inventory in there? It doesn't make sense. What is the most important thing in a post or description that can make people click or buy? Justin, we know this already. Thumbnail title price. Thumbnail title price is like 90% of it. Are UPC codes helpful in a listing? It depends on if it's new or used. On new, more important than used. Darian used to be homeless and is not anymore because of the information on me. Guys, please give me a like button. That's like a really cool, uplifting story. Darian, let me know if I can do anything for you. I'm glad that you're not homeless anymore because of my info. That's cool. Mark says eBay will be around for a long time. Do you think Whatnot is just a fad? No, I think that live streaming is going to be big. I don't know if Whatnot will be the live streaming platform, but I think everyone's going to do it. Macy's going to launch it directly. I think the biggest competition for Whatnot is going to be Shopify. So you guys heard it here. You heard it here first on Daily Refinement Podcast. I think that Shopify will be the Whatnot killer. I don't think it's going to be eBay. Definitely not eBay. If you guys watched eBay Live, they had 8,000 people on a stream, and that's like super weak if you think about how many people are on eBay. So I don't know if they only send that link out to a few people, but eBay Live selling expensive stuff with the fancy host, that's not scalable. Listen to Solfigo frequencies, okay? The Pokemon business I won't know until I get the cards back in about 5 weeks. Do I set a minimum for what someone can offer me? Not anymore. People can offer me $1 now, and it's okay. I'll just counter offer. Linda says she uses an app called Calm. I might try that in a moment. Can I join the group so I can learn reselling? You're 71 and works 32 hours a week. Your monthly nut is low and you want to quit your job. I don't recommend you quit your job ever. But if you are going to try to resell for a living, I recommend that you are already in the yellow section in the 5 stages of reselling. If you are in stage 5 and have 1 year of savings, you have my permission to quit your job, but this is not financial advice. I don't want to get in trouble, but stage 1 is where you're losing money. Stage 2 is where you're profitable, but not listing your listing goal. Stage 3 is where you're using that profit to buy more items, but you are now at your listing goal, but you're making enough money to buy the items to sell, but you're not making a profit. The next stage, you're making enough profit to pay your bills. And then the last stage, you're making enough money to pay your bills and buy a couple of freedom units. At that level, you can quit your job because you're already making more than you need plus extra. You just need to have extra. Yeah, Poshmark, everyone's doing lives. Have people been reaching out to me for store buyouts? Bro, it's ridiculous. So many people are reaching out with store buyouts. I don't even know how to handle it. People were willing to drive multiple states over. But it doesn't make sense. Like, just mail it to me. Frank, I don't know either. My eBay account's closed and I don't know how to reopen it. Do I think video functions? No, don't use video. It's too time consuming. I have a house and I'm thinking about doing it in my, I own. So we have a condo and a home, and I think that I could do the eBay slash Poshmark business in the garage. I just don't like doing it at home. So I think maybe making a YouTube ad and some of these great tips would help me grow my channel. Matt, that's the only kind of YouTube video I make. I only make YouTube videos about this. Oh, you mean like a paid ad? I haven't done that yet. Slice Keeper. A business account has nothing to do with traffic. It's just a designation. It doesn't affect anything. You could never quit because of health insurance. That's not true. What if you made $100,000 a month on eBay? You could afford your own health insurance. I understand that I currently am on my wife's insurance, but I can afford health insurance. Your sales conversion rate is at 3.6. That's either very good or very bad. I don't know your time frame. Your mindset changes when you quit your main job too early. Your extra dollar matters more to you. I agree. Mindfulness coach. All right. Most resellers are in over their head and have way too much inventory and don't know what they're doing. Not really. I would say most resellers don't have too much inventory because most people don't have enough money for that. Most people don't have enough inventory and don't have enough money. The people who have a lot of inventory and, okay, this is the truth, guys. You guys ready for me to drop the mic? You ready for me to drop the mic? This will be my last comment, then I have to go. This is the mic drop. If you have the ability to buy a whole bunch of items and not list them, okay? Have a bunch of items, overbuying, and you have the luxury of not listing them, right? That means you're already doing okay, like you can already survive. And these are the people that have time to complain. Isn't that crazy? If you have time to buy a whole bunch of stuff that you don't list it, and you're still fine, that's the person that is on social media complaining that sales are slow. The rest of us, it takes so much time trying to make things sell, we have no time to complain. It's just the truth. Could you take new photos and sell similar? You can. What's the best place to launch a brand? Amazon. Well, it depends on how much money you want to make. Launching a brand, I guess your own website's actually better because you don't want to build a brand on top of another platform. You want to build your brand solo. On my website, I have done 50K this year on dailyrefinement.com. And it's like a waste of time because my items are not replenishable. So it's like when you're building up the traffic to come to your site and then people are starting to come and then you run out of stuff to sell them, it's really sad. So like, I wish that, I don't know, it's different. Like I am a resale person, but I feel like in my life, if I had put all that effort into retail, I would have had a bigger outcome perhaps. Yeah, I can't wait to try it. I need to cure my insomnia. I think it's actually really dangerous because I gotta drive around and I didn't sleep very well. Yep. You're a jewelry reseller. All your items, as your items get better, as you learn, as you grow. Yeah, I mean, amen to that. As you grow your business, more and more and more brands become apparent to you, styles become apparent to you, flaws become apparent to you. Start doing a lot better. Also, let me know in the chat if you think wearing a suit is better for this type of information. I don't know if I look like a reseller right now or I look like an accountant, but I'm personally digging it. I do sell on Amazon. I just don't have any authorized distribution. And I don't really want to sell things that other people sell. Right now, the 2 Amazon listings that I'm on, I'm the only person selling it, and it's quite nice. I don't want to drive impaired at all, my friend. Ooh, it looks like I'm about to do a quick live before going to court. I love it. What do you guys think? I'm going to the court as the plaintiff, as the defendant? Get a groundhog mat and you will sleep like a... What is a grounding mat? A grounding mat? I've never heard of that. Oh, I look like the lawyer? Whew. I like it. I like it. That's nice. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know. My thoughts on selling on Instagram. I hate selling on Instagram. Because it is difficult to... Okay, let me back up. I like selling on Instagram if you sell brand new items. If you sell pre-owned items, I hate collecting the payment and DMing people. But I would love to be the... I don't know. I don't think I'd be a very good lawyer. Tech would be a great lawyer, but my attention to detail is not very high. I would like forget a main point that would make my client innocent. And that's not good as an attorney. It's like I would have forgot to mention that the weapon was in somebody else's car. And if you forget to tell the, if you forget to say that, then your client's going to jail or worse. So like, I'm not sure that I should be that person. I guess I would at least take notes if I was somebody's lawyer because can't forget important information. Sleeping orientation. Micro, I have been rotating every single position to try to sleep better. It's not really working very well. Ooh, the judge. Guilty. Guys, did you guys know that people are more likely to be found innocent after lunch? Did you know that? If the judge has just had lunch, you're more likely to be innocent. So if you guys ever have to go to court for something, try to get the 1 o'clock appointment. I wonder if it's faster, like towards the end of the day when you're tired and ready to go home, is everybody guilty or everybody innocent? All right, guys, please comment down below your thoughts. And I am going to head out. So appreciate you guys. Take care.